and there was nobody.
Dr. G now faces a conundrum. A man is found dead in a truck after a high-speed rollover accident, but inexplicably, he seems to be unscathed.
So now we got some problems, because I am left with no chest hemorrhage, no neck hemorrhage, no abdominal hemorrhage, and no head trauma. So no trauma anywhere in this man. So what happened to him?
The State Highway Patrol has waited for daylight to complete their own investigation.
I went back out the next day to see if I had missed anything.
There should be evidence at the scene if there was another vehicle involved, or some form of foul play. But what bothers the trooper is what she doesn't find. There are no additional car parts to suggest a collision with another vehicle, nor is there rubber on the road, the usual sign of braking or swerving to avoid an accident.
There are no skid marks on the roadway. The subject never took evasive action.
The officer offers her own working theory.
I concluded that the subject fell asleep at the wheel and never braked to avoid, going onto the barget.
But Dr. G has her own ideas.
Without the braking, it tells me that there's something wrong with him that caused this accident, whether he fell asleep, whether he was intoxicated, or he had some natural disease.
Dr. G now has to consider the possibility that Luis Ray died of natural causes, and even that he could have been dead before the truck left the road.
And there's a lot of really weird out there kind of things that could happen. I just need to do the autopsy to find out.
She recalls that among the laundry list of superficial wounds was his cut on the forehead, and beneath it, a hematoma.
So when I saw the hematoma, or collection of blood in his scalp, I knew at least his heart was pumping during the accident, that he wasn't dead prior to the accident.
That is, he wasn't dead yet. But could an underlying condition have triggered the accident and been the ultimate cause of death? The autopsy continues with Dr. G examining and measuring the organs, one of which is in a shocking state.
That's interesting.
On his left kidney is a sizable tumor, one that a young man shouldn't have.
He's got kidney cancer. He's got an adrenal cell carcinoma of his kidney. And it was about 2 inches, about 5 centimeters in size. That's very unusual for a 24-year-old. That's a cancer that you see, well, typically in men, 50, 60, 70-year-old men.
Pillars,
But
come
kidney
here.
cancer is generally a slow killer, and Luis had died suddenly. Based on the progression
There's
of the
two.
disease,
Oh, he's even smaller,
Dr.
that
G
one.
rules out the condition as a possible cause of the accident.
He's coming
There's
up.
Probably not a good reason
Pillars.
for him to become
Coming up.
unconscious because of that.
The next organ she checks reveals an even bigger surprise.
This is a huge heart. He has a tremendously enlarged heart, very thickened wall. This is abnormal. It looks like a cardiomyopathy. It's a disease of the muscle of the heart, usually probably genetic.
The full name of the condition is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Normally, the walls of the heart are thin and pliable, but the muscle surrounding Luis's left ventricle is abnormally thick, often reducing the volume of blood ejected with each contraction. It's a defect that places him at risk of severe cardiac arrhythmia and cardiac arrest. During a spell of arrhythmia, the heart can beat dangerously slow, fast, or a combination of both.
Eventually, you can die suddenly from it. You shouldn't have a heart that weighs 630 grams, and it shouldn't have that left ventricle thick as almost 2 centimeters thick. And so he definitely has some problems.
Was it a heart attack and not a highway wreck that put this young man in the morgue?